Folks, I know. Hey, folks, you're welcome. No charge. My name is Rudy. You're watching Alpha Investments. First, I apologize. The videos are going to be very limited the next 7 to 10 days as we tackle the third leg of this trifecta Pokemon Flesh and Blood Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy release. All three releases have been an absolute incredible success home run in the market. It's been unbelievably busy. We're doing the best we can to keep orders shipping on time, and it is wild out there. So I thought it'd be a good time to, you know what, let's film in a different location. Today, I'm not sure if I'm proud of this, I regret this, or it's going to be a mistake. But today I'm filming at the secret lair spot. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately to some people, I believe I'm in possession of probably around like 10,000 secret lairs. At the very beginning, I do admit, I did buy the first 6 to 12 months secret lairs in 2019, 2020. I was really into it. I thought it was kind of like a pseudo reserve list, these specialty cards. So I really enjoyed it. And then when they just got absolutely insane with the volume of secret lair drops, I couldn't even keep up with it. So I stopped buying secret lair years ago. And now I only end up with secret lair when it comes in collection videos, or not videos, collection buying from other stores or collectors or people who leave Magic who are angry or whatever it may be. And most of the stuff you see behind me is essentially just accumulation of 5 years of collection buying on YouTube that contains secret lairs. So I now have absolutely insane amounts of secret lairs. Like, no joke. Some of these things are just, I mean, this box has 74 secret lairs, and it is absolutely just loaded with secret lairs, to give you an idea of a single box there. And what are these at the bottom? Where? Oh, black boxes. Oh, that one's even open. Oh, Bob Ross. Anyways, I don't want to damage anything. On to the real video. Sorry to waste you guys' time there. I don't know how I've really... Secret lair is such a... Anyways. So where are we at, everybody? So we are in the heart of the Final Fantasy situation. What's the market doing? Final Fantasy play boxes may actually make it to MSRP. Where's my MSRP in this game? For those of you guys out there who are all about MSRP, congratulations. Wait, we're not trying to go to MSRP. We want below MSRP? Or what do we want? Do we want to be at MSRP? Somebody tell me what MSRP is. What are we doing? I'm super confused. So, for my MSRP gang out there and Timu Timmies and people who don't know what intelligence and finance is, mouth hugs for you all. No, you guys got to pay. So, Final Fantasy play boxes are actually... They may actually break MSRP. We're sitting at $189 a box plus tax. That's about $205 shipped that people are buying hundreds of times a day on the internet right now. Over $200 for a play box. Granted, Universes Beyond, not really a cheap regular play box, but still, it's still a play box. And I believe MSRP is $2 or $210 a box plus tax. So we are approaching MSRP. I know that's important to somebody out there, right? That means something. The question remains with the play boxes of Final Fantasy, since now people are doing box openings on YouTube, we are learning very quickly that some of these high-end chase cards, the portrait cards, or what are we calling them? Of like Cloud and Sephiroth, all the main cards with like the Final Fantasy set number and the artwork. The Surge foil versions of these cards appear to not be in the play boxes and only in the collector boxes. Good to know. Some of you all knew that, some of you didn't. I didn't know that, I didn't really pay attention. So now, I had messages today saying, well, Rudy, now that all these box openings are happening, do you think the Final Fantasy portrait cards in Surge foil, is this like the new poster cards from Lord of the Rings? Because I'm seeing Cloud at like $500 a card in Surge foil. I'm seeing Sephiroth at $350 a card in Surge foil. First of all, these are pre-order prices for singles, so if any of you all think these prices are real, then you really are a Timu Timmy. But yes, the prices are very high. Whatever they end up settling at, even if it's half, it's still very high. Not including the chocobos. Not including if you're lucky enough in one in every 10,000 boxes or whatever to find a serialized chocobo. Which, if you do, congratulations, you just hit the lottery. So, what does that mean? I don't think Final Fantasy play boxes at this $200 price point, I don't think it's a very good buy. I think that is an inflated price. I think like before, 150s, 160s, and even if you're supporting a local LGS, maybe 175 out the door at your local LGS, support them. But now that we're heading to 190s, 200, 210 for Final Fantasy play, the risk level of that seems a little high for the reward, but the market doesn't seem to agree with my opinion on that. We seem to be seeing constant buying and constant straight. There are people, hundreds of people a day are buying them on eBay and TCG, not including private sites and local stores all over the country. And every distributor in the United States is fully sold out on Wave 1, Wave 2, Wave 3. There are 0 extra play cases you can buy anywhere. I can't order more. I've even offered to pay extra, even an extra $10, $20 a box to get more. There aren't any. Now, we know Wizards is going to print more play boxes. The problem is, by the time we get another round of play boxes after the initial release wave of 1, 2, 3 wave hits, is it going to be 2, 3, 4 months? And if that's the case, are these play boxes going to run to 210, 220, 230? So even if we get the reprint, or when we get the reprint, what's it going to do? Drop the price from 230 back to what? 180? See, that's the issue with this situation, is the printers are so backed up. And as the timeline keeps sliding forward right now with Final Fantasy, everything keeps pushing up. Which, by the way, we're going to pause right here. I apologize, patrons. If you're watching this video, you already got the message about an hour ago. I am officially out of Foundation play boxes. I had a whole pallet of 600. I thought limiting only one Foundation play box per patron, I thought we'd be able to make it through the month, especially since I have, Bloomborough on there and everything for 118. You guys blew out. I got 600 orders in the first 2 days of the month. You guys wiped me out of Foundation play boxes. So once we get the new reprint of Foundation play, the next wave, we'll put it back in stock for you guys. And no, I am not raising the price. No, people saying that all that stuff is happening it's just not real news. The Bloomborough play, Foundation play are still 118 shipped. I understand that's significantly below market. There is no plans to raise or change the price. Tarkir Dragonstorm at the $100 shipped to your door, just like Aether, and there's no plans to change the price. But be aware, I have a good amount of Bloomborough, so that's why, because I have limit 1 per patron on the order. So you guys, chill out. It's going to be a while. But, we're waiting right now on Tarkir play boxes to be restocked. Behind that, we're supposed to get more Foundation play boxes. And of course, we're supposed to get more Bloomborough play boxes. And in between all of this, Final Fantasy play boxes are already completely gone. So now we're supposed to get more Final Fantasy play boxes are in queue at the printer again. So we have I have thousands of patrons that want more Bloomborough at 118 because everybody's like, Rudy, you're only offering 1 a month. Can I buy extra? Can I get a case? I can't sell them by the case because I don't have enough right now. Final Fantasy play boxes, I do have just over 7,000 Final Fantasy play boxes because, look, I'll be honest with you guys, I did something stupid, which was I bet the farm on Final Fantasy because I asked myself, even if everybody hates it and rejects it at release, I love Final Fantasy so much, I was going to be okay being stuck with it. So I bet the absolute farm on Final Fantasy. Obviously, now that we're seeing what's happening, it's big relief. But, 3-4 months ago, So, yeah, that's where we're at. The issue with all this stuff is everybody keeps telling everyone right now to not buy, please wait, don't buy this. Nobody buy Bloomborough at 140, don't buy Foundations at 130, don't buy Final Fantasy Play at 200. Wait for all the restocks, they're going to print to oblivion. And it's like, the issue is, I don't think we're going to get printed to oblivion. And you're talking to a guy who sells Bloomborough and Foundations and Tarkir. and I don't make any money on it, and I have no plans to change the price. And I'm here to tell you all, the demand and the market conditions remain too strong, and there's no outcome right now where the market's going to be able to catch up, because as we keep sliding forward, we have more releases piled on. As we go into 2026, I know, only 6 months away, folks. Like, Wizards isn't going to be sitting there going, we need to keep reprinting Bloomborough. It's 2026, bro. Now, you're going to have Final Fantasy still out of stock. You've got Tarkir out of stock. You're going to have Edge of Eternities, and you're going to have, Spider-Man, and then supposedly Avatar. You're going to have all these other products, and everyone's like, oh, eventually they'll do... No. Eventually this stuff just fades into the past. And it just doesn't... It is what it is, man. And I'm not even getting into the collector box situation right now, but I just want to focus on the Final Fantasy Playbox situation, because everybody online is telling everybody not to buy. Because everybody online says, oh, the pull rates are bad, all the cards are bad, this is the worst set since Pokemon Crimson and Invasion from 6 years ago, when I bought out all of Really Awesome Stuff Inc. in Florida's Pokemon boxes for $60. That was a weird story. And it's a very conflicting market, because nobody's unhappy with the product. Everybody's unhappy with the price. So everybody's going online and looking for advice on the price. Wow, I'm a poet. I didn't even know it. Holy shit, I'm rhyming everything today. Damn, I'm not Eminem. I'm Skittles. You guys should be nicknaming me. So, where are we at? That's what's happening with the play boxes. My advice, the same thing I told you guys in the last 3 months. Final Fantasy boxes under 200 are fair price. Under 180, a great price. If you can find any stores selling like below 170 or 160s, that's where you want to be at. That's already going to be $100, $200 off a case, especially if they're not going to charge you more taxes or shipping. That's where the market is. And right now, everybody's waiting for the set to come out, all the products to hit, and everybody's waiting for the 50 to 70% drop in single card prices. Don't buy the boxes. Only buy the singles you need. Has anybody stopped for a moment and actually said, so what happens if like 100,000 people out of the millions of people interested don't buy the sealed product because everybody says it's too expensive, and now you have tens of thousands of people who just want to buy the singles when they collapse in price? Has anybody just entertained the idea that this is going to come out, everyone's going to race to the bottom, the market's going to Pac-Man it all up? And has anybody taken into consideration what that's going to do if the prices don't drop 50 to 70 to 80% from pre-release prices? Or let me rephrase that. It drops, but we have a V-shaped bounce back. Has anybody just stopped for a moment and said, well, gee, Rudy, we have to have a 50 to 70% drop in single cards. They're pre-order prices. Everybody knows pre-order prices are overdone. It's been that way forever. But just humor the dumb Florida man who doesn't even sell singles, doesn't know how to play Magic, and is literally still in his mom's basement. Just humor me. So what happens if they don't drop 50 to 70%? What happens if it bounces back and the prices hold? And then all of a sudden, everybody's expecting a low expected value on all these cards that are supposed to tank. And then they tank, but then it reprices because tens of thousands of people were told to just buy the singles and don't buy sealed. And then the singles spike back up, and now there's no play boxes left in stock from Wizards, and stores can't get a restock to do mass box openings, and now people are angry because collector boxes are $1,000 a box. Can I take a minute on this real quick? Because I'm probably not going to have another video tomorrow or anything. Can I just take a moment? I just want to say something about collector boxes. I apologize in advance to all the Temu Timmies and the people who didn't make it past the 4th grade like me, and we all dropped out together to hang out in the backyard by the bleachers and trade our counterfeit Pokemon cards with blue eyes, white dragons. That's not a real Pokemon card, is it? You guys do realize something, right? Universes Beyond in collector boxes, all this stuff with Magic. Like, we are on the same page. Fallout collector boxes are $1,000 a box. They're not even, 2 years old? A year and a half old? Doctor Who and Assassin's Creed. The worst Universes Beyond garbage junk. Assassin's Creed is at almost to $300. Doctor Who is at like $350 all-time high. Lord of the Rings collector boxes, holiday special are $2,000. The regular green ones with the 1-of-1 ring already gone are $1,000. So just to understand this correctly, the only home run Universes Beyond collector boxes would be Fallout and Lord of the Rings. Right? We all agree? Fallout and Lord of the Rings are the best Universes Beyond collector boxes. We all agree. Okay. So now we have Final Fantasy. If the 2 successful Universes Beyond collector boxes are $1,000 to $2,000 a box, and they're not even 2 years old. Rudy, I only collect sealed product for the 5 to 10 year time frame. Every stepsister says that, but they last 69 days and they're gone. Rinse and repeat in the laundry room. Okay? And now we look at Final Fantasy, and you just ask yourself one simple question. Is Final Fantasy collector boxes, are they going to be a failure at around Doctor Who and Assassin's Creed at $400 a collector box? Or are they going to be one of the top tier, which, based on historical data, is a minimum of $1,000 and a maximum of $2,000 a box in less than 24 months? And yet people online I'm going to boycott this because Rudy took my ex. Well, that's a good reason. But when you take emotions out of the equation and hormones out of the equation, you sit back and go, well, so even paying $730 plus tax, even paying $800 on TCG Player right now, I guess that's really not that bad of a thing in supporting an LGS somewhere in the country. And the odds are pretty favorable. Yes, Timmy, they are. But Rudy, I heard the expected value of Final Fantasy collectors is like 50 to 70% of the sealed value. Yes, Timmy, that's how it's supposed to be. You're buying a very high-end product that has high risk, high reward. So yes, if you open one collector box and you pay $800 for it on eBay with tax and shipping, you may only get $300 to $500 in single cards. You may open it and get $2,000 to $3,000 because you hit a fucking chocobo. You may get $20,000 because you hit a serialized card. That is part of the gambler's premium in the rush. That does not mean they are mispriced. It means you may be uneducated, but it means the market is functioning properly. You are not supposed to be able to buy an $800 collector box, open the box, and be like, oh, Rudy, I made $1,000. I'm going to take it and I'm going to keep buying them on the internet until the price runs out or I run out of boxes. That's not how a market works. In the efficient market theory, efficient frontier, all this stupid stuff they teach you in schools that puts you in debt and don't help you at all but punch you in the face and make you in debt and broke. Different video. All of these institutions around the country and world, yes, EV is lower than the sealed. So if I open the sealed box, odds are I lose money. Holy shit, Timmy, welcome to the United States. Capitalism has just slapped your face and taken your ex. That is a normal market, everybody. There is nothing wrong. I don't care if you skip the set. I don't care if you go on TCG Player and spend $100,000 and literally just open every box and lose $50,000. And you support all the LGSs. Well, thank you for supporting the industry. I don't care what you do. I'm just telling you from a guy who's lived an entire life of cardboard. I'm being very blunt with you. I don't give a shit if you buy from me. I don't give a shit if you buy on TCG Player and pay the full $800 for a collector box. I don't care if you skip the whole thing. I don't care if you're only here to thumbs down and make fun of everything I do. I'm telling you, the market is going to do its thing no matter how much people bitch, complain, boycott, and act like everything's evil. Hasbro's going to blow out insane money. Large shareholder, 20,000 plus shares, full disclosure. Wizards is going to do incredible. They are raking in so much money between secret layers, reprinting every standard play set that can't be kept in stock. These collectors, the university, everything is booming in the card world. And yet you go online and it's all 2008 is tomorrow. Trump's hair apparently gets out and walks around the neighborhood at night and it tariffs my stepsister. Everybody wants to be upset on something. And I'm telling you all, the data does not reflect the attitude on the internet. I have never seen demand for a situation like this. If you can't afford it, you're maybe younger, maybe you're in a situation where you're still working on your business and your finance or your career or school, just watch all the mayhem. Don't get into debt. Use common sense. Enjoy the product. Watch YouTube videos of other people opening the product. Enjoy the experience and just learn from everything. That would be the best piece of advice I have for you guys. Be respectful to all the content creators, the stores, the thousands of employees, and everybody handling this stuff. Everybody's under a lot of pressure to do the best they can in an environment where the public is angry at everybody. And the problem is everybody's angry because everybody wants the product. And due to resources known as capital and money, we all can't have infinite product. But we're not really angry. Like, I haven't seen a single person. I haven't received a single patron message saying, Rudy, this Final Fantasy set looks like the worst Magic set. It's going to collapse like Carlos Manor. Oh, wait, Carlos Manor is back to the all-time high. This is going to collapse like Assassin's Creed. That's back up too. It's going to collapse like Fallen Empires from the 90s. Wait, Fallen Empires is up 500% in 20 years? Fuck it. Something's going to collapse. Though something's going to go down. God, humor me. I'm trying to make a point, everybody. Jeez. So, that's where we're at, everybody. It's going to be a really wild 30 days. And you and I are going to see prices swing and prices are going to change almost by the minute and by the hour and by the day. And I encourage everybody to just enjoy the ride. Final Fantasy Magic Set's a beautiful product. Wizards did a great job. The public loves it. The artists from Japan and some of these Japanese historical figures and art, they did an amazing job from Square. Some of the art, the style, the characters, the names, the cards, the lore, the feeling, the power level, the mechanics. It's got killer flavor, man. It's a good product. And because it's a good product, the market's going to reward it. And that's the whole story. I hope you all at least understand what I'm saying. Hope it helps open your eyes for some of you guys. Whether you want to be a Rudy patron, support me, or just support an LGS, or you just thumbs down or learn something, it's important to be informed. That's what really matters, everybody. I encourage everybody, or call your local LGS, go there, buy a box of Final Fantasy Play. Even if it's $200. Buy a box of Final Fantasy Play. Go to the LGS, sit down, get another friend, bring a friend, bring your wife, bring your stepsister. Just open the packs, sort the cards, and have fun. Or, I know this is a weird thing, it's called drafting, and the cards are actually a game. You'll play, have fun with it. You'll be surprised. The memories and nostalgia you can create from this. Because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be first-time Magic people. There's a lot of people that are going to open this just for the memories of Final Fantasy. And it's going to create new memories from this product that will have future impacts on how people view this product. So, yeah. I can't believe people think like Final Fantasy collector boxes are going to tank to like $300 or something like Assassin's Creed or something, and I'm not buying till it goes like. These are the same people, I think, that said things like, don't buy Karlov's collector boxes till it goes to like 99. That's about all I have. Hope you guys enjoyed listening to me today. Hope you guys enjoyed this year we've been going through. It's been truly a very historical year. Very philosophical. It's been a very interesting learning experience. I know I should end the video, but I just want to comment on a couple things. You know, I really think, I still think we have a long runway of a lot of wealth that's going to be transferred and made in this card world. I think the next big wave is happening. And I don't think people fully realize it yet, because we're seeing, you know, Ravnica Remastered collectors, anybody, you know, Wildsville Drain collectors, Fallout collectors, Lord of the Ring, all these collector boxes are performing so well. And the older collector boxes are coming back and doing so well. And it's just funny to see all of this shifting happening when nobody thought it would be possible. And everybody wrote it off as, should have just bought Pokemon. Am I right? Which is still true. You should have bought Pokemon. But to see a lot of these products, the success of these collector boxes. I mean, Foundation's collector boxes. It's like 6 months old, and it's up like 150%. Like Duskmourn collectors doubled. And of course, Bloomburrow collectors, 500? Wildsville Drain collectors, are they at 1,000 yet? Ixalan collectors, are they at 1,000 yet? Like all these things that nobody thought were possible are just doing so well. And I think the most, I don't want to say frustrating, but I think the most humbling, the thing that makes my gears grind to a halt and makes me go, huh, is that when all this happens, people don't like it because people didn't have exposure to it. Because nobody, and it's not that people didn't like it, just everybody thought it wasn't possible. And like I always say, you know, sometimes the most ridiculous, insane sounding outcome can be the most probable. You know? Something, like, can you imagine a year ago if I had said Ravnica Remastered collector boxes are going to head to 1,000? Can you imagine the response from the public of, oh God, Rudy must really be in trouble and stuck with that set? Can you imagine? Imagine a year ago, folks, Bloomburrow collectors, they're going to be heading to 1,000. Can you imagine when Wildsville Drain collectors came out and I couldn't sell that shit for $189 a collector box, and I had made a video and said, look at all these Wildsville Drain collectors. Nobody wants this shit, and it's going to be worth a fortune. Like, the problem with this industry is even when someone tells you, the public won't believe it. And the funny thing about it, I'm going to end the video, I promise. The funny thing about it is human beings can be deceived and tricked easier than human beings can acknowledge being deceived, tricked, or being wrong. It's tougher to get someone to admit they've been deceived, tricked, or wrong at something. Nobody wants to do that. It goes against the brain, the mindset of how you view things. But it's easy. Yeah, it's such a weird thing, man. It's such a weird thing. It really is. Valentine's Day 2021. Artist Series, Livia. Chris Ron. City Styles. Godspeed, everybody. Be nice. Enjoy the ride. We are living in historical times. I just need to turn the camera off.